Good day. Hello. Welcome to Bushcraft Bullshit episode 14 in the Bushcraft Bullshit Clubhouse. It's a glorious morning to look at some videos. We're gonna stay true to the format and look at some get out of my goddamn shot. Take two. It's a glorious morning to look at some videos, and the theme for today is the dead internet theory, which is a theory that's been talking about spam, bots, subscribers, followers, algorithms, and kind of what the state of the internet is. Now there's a video that I will refer to and I'll link it down in the description. The video is called The Dead Internet Theory, and it's very descriptive of what I've been trying to explain through all of this series. And we are going to tie the videos I've chosen today into the Dead Internet Theories, or at least a section of it, because I think it's very relevant to talk about it. Today's video is sponsored by the gracious Bearskin, and we'll hear from them later in a kind of a funny roundabout way. They don't really send me any pointers on how to advertise, thankfully, so I'm just gonna do my own brand of content. Let's get into the bullshit here from the BBC. And if there's any newcomers and don't know what the BBC means, please search the comments. Hopefully someone explains it. I like my coffee like I like stupid bushcraft content. Roasted. That's not bad. Remember that every single content creator on the internet is a beautiful special bird. So let's ruffle some feathers, I guess. Now the first 3 videos here is from the same creator, and I want to preface it by saying he has a very unique style, a clear sense of humor, and a personality, which are things that I like. It's not just copy-pasted bullshit. It's nuanced, and he brings his own flair to the table. I really do like some of his content. I think it's decent and fun to watch compared to the other mindless stuff. So he's showing us a hack where you cook on open flame, so you don't get ash onto your fire. So you don't get ash onto your meat you're cooking. So he says it protects the food and keeps the flavor. Well, keeps the flavor. I don't know. Does flavor evaporate? The flavor is probably in the fat that runs off the stones. I don't know about that. We're nitpicking here. Doesn't matter. But is it really necessary to put a leaf on your thing, on the thing that you're cooking, to protect it from ash? Ash is clean as can be. It's just burnt carbon material. It's not gonna do anything to affect the taste or anything. We got a bullshit meter, and the bullshit is here. You know, the primary content this video is about here. Well, it's a fine little hack to protect your food. As he said, just don't use poisonous leaves. But what the kind of hyperbole is in this video, and what I want to touch on, is the caption, barbecue hack that will save your life. Will it? Will it really save your life? Or is it just hyperbole and irony that you're using, or maybe making fun of the trendy bushcraft culture that uses these kind of words? But if you use these words all the time, it really doesn't work as hyperbole or irony. It just becomes the new vernacular that you're using. Like calling your best friend bro for fun in the beginning, and you just call each other bro now. So the irony kind of stops, and it just becomes the base thing that you do. And barbecue hack that will save your life. Sorry to say, my dude, that's BS here from the BBC. Really is bullshit. Won't save your life. Really won't. Ash doesn't hurt you. This is why a ranger has a plastic spoon in his arsenal. US Ranger have plastic spoons in their survival kit. Okay, I can already see what he's going to do now. You can use it for eating, use it to make curls, as he does here, make a fire. And he's gonna make those safety glasses we talked about a couple of videos ago. And US Rangers, I can pretty confidently say that I do not think they carry 2 plastic spoons to make safety glasses. That seems like bullshit. Now we kind of crossed over in the territory where the fun educational content has kind of stopped a bit, and now we're just It's not that serious, but it kind of seems like a lie, doesn't it? I just wanted to check the comments because a US Ranger using plastic spoons for these kind of things seems outlandish. So I checked the comments and it said US Army veteran here, served in and with all special ops. Never heard of any of this. And yeah, I can see why. I don't know if he is a US Ranger or a former US Ranger, the guy who makes the content, and he packs spoons and therefore he can say that this is why US Rangers pack spoons. I don't know if that's kind of the inside joke here or anything, but it does seem a bit silly, and it does seem just for the catch and gimmick of it to say that this is what US Rangers do. It doesn't seem very truthful. It just seems to be kind of a catch to promote it and to get people hooked. And on the bullshit meter again here, we've just straight to bullshit. Just, yeah, the bullshit territory. That's my opinion on it anyways. It seems disingenuous, and it seems just for the algorithmic and content's sake. Last video I have from him. I don't know who needs to hear this overused trope, but this guy only survived with a pen, he says. So he was thirsty, so he put some cattails in it, and he sucked up the water, and he used it to create shards with, so he could use it to make fire. Made a compass out of the spring. Okay, let's take this from the beginning. So, use this pen and save your life is the caption, and he gives us examples. So he... So the trope of, I don't know who needs to hear this, that's kind of making fun of the whole somber, motivational, inspirational quote thing. I don't know who needs to hear this, but you matter. You are special. If life brings you down, suck my ass. The whole Instagram trope of that. Okay, fair enough, that's kind of funny, but if you use it all the time, it kind of becomes just a regular thing, and the irony is kind of lost of it. And he does this on many of his videos. But again, it's a hook, it's a gimmick, it gets people watching. And the pen thing, this is where the bullshit meter kind of just flies and crashes the scale, because this is going from bullshit to dangerous bullshit. So he was thirsty, and he put cattails in the open and emptied pen. And then he just drinks straight out of what looks like a pond or something. Yeah, those cattails, they don't do a single thing. It's just parasites, bacteria, viruses sucking straight up. The only thing it does is maybe filter out pieces of sediment. But don't use water filtration or a pen this way to drink. That is not safe. Used it to make curls with, so he could use his lighter he apparently also brought with him. So the whole, he just used a pen to survive, you know, that's kind of... I know we're nitpicking here, but that's not the premise of the video, so yeah. And then he used the spring to improvise a compass, and you can clearly see that the spring he used is not the thing he used eventually on the compass. It's just a straight needle he used on that leaf, suspended on the water surface. So that's kind of a cheat as well. I don't really care about that, but it just kind of shows that even well-meaning, established, funny, charismatic content creators kind of fall into the trap of using the algorithmic tips and tricks, you know? Hook, gimmick, dishonesty, and dangerous tips and tricks. This cattail filtering thing, someone might do that, and they might have a real bad time. So, yeah. Jesus. It's the Germans. Or just an apple that fell on the BBC. Who knows? I really don't mind a lot of this guy's content. He has his own style that separates him from the regular old bullshit. And he does have some very funny educational videos. So, yeah, he's worth a look. But these 3 videos kind of veers off in the bullshit direction. And you gotta be careful, because people will do this stuff. So you kind of owe it to the skill and the practice of survival and bushcraft, you know, to give it some integrity and give it some respect, because it can be dangerous. Another video here. His caption says, survival skills, great life hack of a stick and a grass blade. Of a whistle, kind of an animal call thing, where you suspend a blade of grass in some divots you made in a stick. Now, where have I seen this before? He's a big creator, so he must have copied it from somewhere. We know that by now. They all copy each other, and it's all going round and round and round in circles. But who did he copy from, I wonder? It's me! No, just to be transparent, I don't think he copied this from me. It's a pretty old hack, I guess. I learned it when I was doing a bushcraft instructor's course education to get my, what's it called, degree in it. I don't think he got it from me. It's an old hack. If he did see it from my page, and if he did copy it from me, more power to him. Maybe his page and content will improve if he copies some more. So, dude, if you're watching this, go at it. Just remember to tag me, right? That's also why we're here. Remember to respect your creators and where you got the ideas from. I made this post a couple of years ago when I made my animal call / whistle on my bushcraft instructor's course. I always kind of try to look at the things I implement from a social education standpoint. So why is it a good thing to use this method of making sounds with grass instead of just, using your thumb and making the same noise? Let's hear what he has to say about it, and let's afterwards look at why I did it. Just take the leaf between your fingers, you don't need a stick or something else, a commenter says. And he said, yes, but it's more convenient and practical to whistle this way, isn't it? And a German guy just answered, Nein. And there was another comment, why not just put it between your thumbs? And he said, yes, but it's more reliable and more convenient, and the whistle will last longer. And the same German guy said, alles falsch. Außerdem klingt es scheiße. And that's German. And the answer means that's all false. Also, it sounds like shit. Ah, what a lovely language German is. But my take on it and why I still use it for some educational purposes on some bushcraft courses is it's a great little project to get kids, younger people, and sometimes adults into a woodworking project that has a clear goal, a process that rewards forward thinking, and it has a result, tangible thing at the end that you can use, hold, and keep with you. So it has a lot of great potential to educate people about wood, carving, and the process, and getting some fun out of it. It's a great motivational segment to have on your course if you are dealing with younger people. They're going to have a kind of an animal call, a fun sound they can use, and they can keep it in their pocket. What I've done, I've tried to play hide and seek with it. Instead of people yelling Marco and Polo, when the guy who's trying to find the other kids is just, hey, Marco, or something, give a noise or anything so I can find you, you can just use your whistle. And that's kind of a fun game to play in the forest to incorporate this whole woodworking project and some of the skills they have just, come into contact with. So it's a fun project, but it's not because it's practical or more convenient, because it really isn't just use your thumbs. But this just goes to show that copying and just finding some random stuff that seems bushcrafty and survival and not really knowing how to implement it in a meaningful way, but just saying, hey, it's practical. Just copying content for the sake of content, as I've said many times before, and not really looking into why can it be useful. Okay, so here we have, this is a girl cutting a can in half, and she's gonna make a candle wick oil thingy. We've seen this 100 times before, and we've seen 100 different nipples through this content. So why did I take it? There's nothing new in this. A different girl with a different set of nipples, and it's just the same shit. But the reason I chose to show this is because of the caption. Now let's read the caption and let's go over the buzzwords afterwards and see how many things she's trying to fit into the algorithm keywords. So make a candle with a Coca-Cola can, rope and oil. Learn a simple yet effective bushcraft life hack to lighten up your camping adventures. In this video I'll show you how to make a homemade candle using just a tin can, some rope and cooking oil, perfect for any outdoor enthusiast. The easy survival trick is great for camping, hiking or outdoor adventure camping life hack forest bushcrafts. So, holy moly. Simple, effective bushcraft, life hack, camping, adventures, homemade, outdoor enthusiast, survival trick, camping, hiking, outdoor adventure, camping, hiking, life hack, forest bushcraft. If I'm not mistaken, that is 20 buzzwords she's trying to fit into this description, so her video can, gain more attention. And of course the nipples and the old reused hooks and gimmicks are all here. This is what it's about. It's not about anything useful. It is about creating for the algorithm. And I will tie this into the dead internet theory. The last video I brought here, and it's just setting chips on fire. Now this is about 2 years old, this trick, but they keep doing it. And he has tried to renew it a bit by sealing the bag again. But I ain't falling for that. It's still the same old bullshit. Catchy colors and gimmicks and of course the caption says survival skills, chip, fire, starter and bag sealing in extreme conditions. And please point out to me the extreme conditions. You are sweating, my guy. It's probably no wind or anything, no rain, no nothing. It's a sunny, mild day. So what about it is extreme? Nothing! Nothing at all! So a lot of it is the same recycled content, and they use the same hooks and gimmicks and keywords like everyone else. So what does that mean? Well, we're going to talk a bit about that. But first, a funny kind of ad, because I have free reign. So let's hear from Bearskin. I'll see you on the other side. The new Bearskin Heavy Rain Jacket 2.0, which zips into the 4.0 new Bearskin hoodie, can withstand a water column pressure of 10,000 millimeters. So let's test that out. First, without the rain jacket on. Oh, it's pretty great. Let's try with the rain jacket on. Amazing. No, but it really is a good jacket, despite this kind of useless test. If you like the look of this, go have a look at that page. I'll see you. The whole dead internet theory video I'm linking is a very good and descriptive video about the current state of all this content and how it plays into how we interact with it and how it interacts with us. And the part I want to talk about is the death of the follower. That's a segment in the video that explains kind of the relationship between the content creator, the follower, and the algorithmic based AI systems that are in place, and is what kind of pushes content forward and decides what you see on your feed. The death of the follower is a very apt way to describe it, because TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, and all these social media platforms have moved away from the things that you curate or follow and move towards algorithmic based solutions that focus on watch time and engagement, for example. That means that the things that you curate and follow is not the thing you will see on your feed. The algorithm decides what's in your feed, not the things that you have chosen or picked. And that's the main way the content is curated for you right now. And that means, as we saw in all of these videos I have brought, and all of the videos in the past BBC series, is that the creator is putting the algorithm first. The creator is not making content for the follower. They're not even making content for themselves, it seems. They're making content for what is going to be pushed and what the algorithm favors. Keywords, hooks, gimmicks, lies, and just clickbait, attention-grabbing content. And I'm glad I found this dead internet theory video, because it really ties into what I've been trying to articulate but haven't been able to do as well as this video throughout this series. But it really shows that the creators are creating for the algorithm. Not because it's good content, not because they want to do it this way, but because that is what sells. And if you've seen my series up to this point, you will know by now that I think that method of creating content sucks humongous ass. Because what flies out the window when you create for the algorithm? Standards. Common decency. Logic. Common sense. Actual content with substance flies right out the window. And this is why they write all the keywords. This is why they recycle 2-year-old content, because it worked before and it's probably gonna work now. So I think, in my opinion, that's the primary reason they make this content. Sure, we can't deny that there's some kind of passion for creating content, editing, coming up with ideas. That's maybe too much credit to give them, but they have some kind of passion for the outdoors and social media. And I don't doubt their intentions, but I think the whole culture of this algorithm curated content has kind of just, corrupted is a big word, but it kind of slowly, has steered a lot of pages and a lot of people in this outdoor culture onto a path that they might not even agree with that much, but likes and engagement is a powerful thing, completely lost in the source of the numbers going up. And I think in a lot of cases that is what's happening. And what does that mean for the follower? As far as I can see, the engagement in a lot of cases is very one-sided. They seldomly answer anything unless it's related to some of the products they are pushing. To me, that's kind of the opposite of what social media is supposed to be, building a community based on some common interests. It's what I think the standard should be. And that just leaves the follower kind of worthless. But the follower, in my opinion, is only worthless if the content creator think they are. Damn, that's sad. That really is kind of sad to think about it that way. That the content is just being made for propping up numbers and not because there's some kind of passion or some kind of will to connect. And I'm going to read a quote from a guy named Conti, who is heavily featured in the Dead Internet Theory because he explains it kind of well. The first time since Web 2.0, my followers might not necessarily see my posts, and that the idea of a subscription starts to break down. If a person doesn't receive the things I make, it's not really a direct, true connection between creator and their fans. It's not really a subscription. The channel of distribution is broken, and this creates a problem too around creative freedom, because now suddenly my posts according to a set of criteria that I don't know or have control over or agree with. So instead of thinking, what do I want to make? What lights me up? What is the output that I want? What is the output that I want to create as an artist? What will my fans love? Instead of thinking about those questions, now in the back of my mind, I'm thinking, what will the ranking algorithm favor? And that subconsciously or consciously changes my creative output to achieve the platform's goals. So this way of creating content for the algorithm, as I see it, completely takes the creative freedom away from the creator, and heavily, especially in our outdoor niche, dumbs down the follower or the viewer. So what is there to do? And I don't have the answer for that. If you feel passionate about what you create, create it. Damn the algorithm, damn the keywords, create. And if you do that consistently, improving along the way, and being passionate about it, I think the right audience will come. That's my take on it anyway. And it's very easy to get bummed out, It is kind of depressing to think about, but what it also means is that if you really want to cultivate an online presence, that you want to see all the creative creators and have your feed filled with meaningful stuff, you really have to actively search for it and actively participate in an online community, that you can agree with. That is a very active and time-consuming thing to do. There are great creators out there, and there are many that I follow that I look forward to seeing posts from. You can easily get bummed out by this, or you can kind of just pick up the kind of torch you want to carry and try to interact with those who really matter. And it's not some fluffy try to stay positive or motivational speech here, but we are up against some algorithmic powers that we just can't win against. It's not a game worth winning anyway. As I said in some of my previous videos, it's a shit game with shit rules, and it's a shit prize. So just play your own game. There really is no winning or a grand prize. There are tiny little victories, and a big victory when you're up against this system is just trying to keep your morals and decency and creative freedom about yourself. Thanks for watching. Comment down below on what you think about this whole shit storm you're up against as a creator and as a follower. Hope you have a good day. Let's do a classic BBC outro. And as William Shakespeare once said, don't fall for the bullshit. And as the guy from Saving Private Ryan said, don't step in all the bullshit. I'll see you later. Oh, shit. Shouldn't have done that. Could have hit my camera. See you later.